YouTube, I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I am very excited to be going and checking out, ooh, Dice Throne blew up, the number 2 most popular project in all the games right now on Kickstarter. That is Obsession Characters Expansion with Metal Coins. Maneuver around Victorian fate with the aid of a Constable, Reverend, and Dowager, plus Obsession, ... So, very boring, generic main image here. I see, oh, there's a castle. I see some words down here. What do they say? Oh, BGG rank. Love that. 85, thematic 23, strategy 57. I'd bump that up a little bit bigger. Maybe look a little bit prettier, honestly. I don't need to know it's the 23rd most thematic game of all time or the 57th most strategic game of all time if I know it's just the 48th or 85th. What number is that? 85th most popular board game ever? But player length, time count, age, prices, components, something else would be nice here. But the bottom line is, just by mentioning that it's an expansion, I know that I know that you can do it because you've already done something before, and you can probably do it pretty well based on that BGG rank of 85th. Now, this game I actually have on my shelf. I've just not gotten around to playing it, which stinks because I've heard it's fantastic. And it's based off one of my favorite 80s songs of all time, Obsession from Animotion, which, banger of a song, by the way. If you're not into 80s music, oh, it's so good. As always, though, when we go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. 9 minutes? Kayenta really knows how to pop a balloon of excitement.
Greetings, Dan Halligan with Kayenta Games, and welcome to my Kickstarter campaign for the characters expansion to Obsession, along with these beautiful metal coins. I'm going to be breaking a lot of rules in this campaign. I did so back in my first 2 campaigns. Really, in my 27...
I love it. Self-awareness, personal touch. All right, I take it back, but 9 minutes. It's a long time to stretch out this excitement. Let's go.
17 campaign.
Do love seeing Zulkin in the background. That's so good.
If you run into anybody in the comments that was around for that, it was totally unconventional.
Likewise,
and by
Rear Window's
rules,
great,
I mean
too.
what the crowdfunding experts will tell you. They have a list of do's and don'ts. And the number 1 don't I'm doing right now.
What is it?
And that is to record a long video as the lead video in the campaign.
All right. I want to address this because I don't consider myself a crowdfunding expert. First and foremost, let me say that right from the jump. I'm just a guy who's obsessed with crowdfunding and spends way too much time on Kickstarter. I will agree and I will disagree. A 9-minute video can be done. It can be done incredibly well, but it is incredibly difficult to do. You need to do a lot of things great. But let's see how this one goes. I'm excited.
I don't know how long this is going to be because I'm doing it now and I'm not going to edit this. It's going to be 7-8 minutes. But I really need you to stay with me for this 7 to 8 minutes.
Let's go.
Because there's so much I'm hoping to unpack as far as what I want to accomplish with this campaign. If you don't stay with this, you'll lose all the context that'll make the story just sing when you get over to the Kickstarter page.
Okay.
So I hope you'll stay with me. In the first group, I better reach out there and bring you into me because there's an important conversation I have to have with those gamers who are looking to get a bundle of Obsession, retail products, the base game, the expansions that are out.
Okay, so he is aware that Obsession obviously is one of the most popular board games of all time, and a bunch of people are going to want this base game with this expansion, and that is the first people we're actually addressing here. I kind of dig it.
Along with the characters expansion and the coins
And the reason I say that is if you love Obsession, you don't really need that much convincing, I can't imagine. You know, there's a reason it's one of the top 100 board games of all time. That is rarefied air. Just super rarefied air.
You've heard the buzz. You've been kicking the tires on Obsession. Maybe you played it on Board Game Arena.
Ooh.
And you wanted to pick up a bundle, and this would be the time. And
I love the fact he just casually dropped the fact that, oh yeah, you can play this on Board Game Arena. That's great. Love it. Playable. I could try it right now.
I have to disappoint you. But I also want the opportunity to explain why I'm going to disappoint you, because there are only these 2 projects available in this campaign.
Macau? Oh, the
and
coins.
The reason is that Obsession has not been easy to keep in stock. Every year I've had a printing, year after year. And printings are exhausting. There's a lot involved with printings. And this year I embarked with some fantastic international distribution partners and 7 companies who translated the game. localize the game for Spanish, French, German,
Beautiful.
Italian, Polish, Chinese, and
It gives
Korean.
you legs on your game.
And
Wow.
along with Panda Games, who makes Obsession. And we produced over 54,000 games this summer. And they have been on freighters. And those containers are arriving as I tape this. In fact, a container with, I'm not exactly sure of the total weight. I think it's 20 tons of Obsession games just arrived in the UK to distribute to all of Europe, English language. And all those localization partners are just getting their games now. What kind of monster would I be to work all year long to produce all these games and get them to all their destinations if I come on with a Kickstarter campaign and I immediately take all the most interested customers in those products, I take the cream off of all of that, do a big Kickstarter here, pat myself on the shoulder, and leave them with too much inventory? I can't do that. It's entirely unethical. And it's with their help.
Okay. We're a third of the way in. I'm still in. I'm still digging it. And here's the bottom line. Right now, we're going behind the scenes. He's giving you a glimpse of the stuff you don't typically see. I think this is a great use so far of the video, because most Kickstarter companies don't talk about the specifics. He's talking about the specifics, and people generally are engaged by this sort of thing. So I dig it so far.
That my humble little project, which I still don't believe is in the top 100 of Board Game Geek, has rose up the charts and become an established game. I'm not going to do that. But let me point something out. There's a link at the top of the campaign. You can follow that little section, and that link goes to my webpage, and I have a page that creates a map of the worldwide supply of where I think 98% of you can go
I just want to check
in
it.
October, or at least in October and November, be able to get your hands on whatever games you want to
It's
get.
not there. Okay, I'll find it later.
You can have those games now. If you like that, there'll still be an opportunity to go ahead and either back this campaign or late pledge it. But I need you to support my localization and my distribution partners. And there's a lot of great game stores in the U.S. that carry it as well.
So, essentially saying, hey, I don't have the thing that you want. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Huckleberry. Hey, Ricardo. I don't have the thing that a lot of you are going to want. But here's how you get this thing, and here's why I don't have this thing, and it's a good reason. So great. And we're nearly halfway through.
Follow that map and go get yourself at least the base game. This will play with the base game. Not a lot of time, so I'm going to jump to my next group, which is the loyalists. You Obsession owners that have had Obsession all along, that love the game, that really have been the ones that have made it what it is today. My purpose in this Kickstarter is to say thank you to you. And this is not manufactured or insincere. My goal with this campaign is to get these two products in your hands for under $40. I will tell you,
Anytime. I always say this. 90% of the Kickstarter videos that you see will focus on one of the three core elements of a Kickstarter. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? 90% of them just focus on do I want it. Okay? Right now we're focusing on do I want it and how much is it? And actually dropping the price. Under $40 for the expansion and the coins. That's great. That is fantastic.
you look at some of the more expensive coins, they're almost $40 just for an expensive set. I'm looking to get both of these in your hands for $39. And then I'm going to go further. I'm going to subsidize the nightmare for every publisher, every developer, every Kickstarter person, and that is fulfillment. And the cost of freight is just out of control. And I'm going to subsidize that. My goal with my U.S. customers, which is my largest fan base, is under $50.
So immediately, this is what I pound my chest. Half the people that back on Kickstarter are from the United States of America. And if you are not trying to cater specifically to those people in some way, shape, or form, it is doing a disservice to your project. And I know that sounds like a typical American thing to say, but 50% of the people. So I $39 in and out the door, I'm in. Like, if I'm a fan of Obsession, I'm already ready to back this.
I'm going to step in and make sure that happens. And that's a thank you. Because I worked 33 years for a company that was involved in open heart surgery and artificial lungs for respiratory distress, a little COVID piece there. And you all have given me the opportunity to have fun doing a hobby that I adore. You can see around me, I adore the hobby like you do.
Nice choice of games in the background as well. A lot of popular stuff mixed in with some maybe not as popular stuff, but mostly just popular stuff that's really going to hammer home the point that, yeah, I'm a real gamer. Real gamer. And I say that there's some people who are snooty.
The other thing I want to tell you that's going to happen in this campaign for my loyalists is everything is going to fit in the box. And right at the top of the campaign, where I state that,
Thank you.
I have an insane video.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was like a live shot with games and shrink, straight through, no edits, to show you.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. He's literally referring to a video that we're going to see in the story that I want to check, and he answered a question that everyone who backs this project is going to have. Do I need another box on my shelf? And he's saying, no, and here's a video to prove it. Fantastic.
You that everything will fit in your main box, because there's nothing worse when you come along with bloat. One of the reasons that I fit everything in this box, and there is an enormous amount of content in this box, one of the reasons I fit everything into that box was because I wanted the content to be able to fit into the big game. And the last thing I'm going to promise to do is that I'm not going to come out with an anniversary edition in a couple years that totally replaces everything you've got in that box that you love. Maybe with a special insert, maybe with sleeving that takes a lot of time. I'm going to have art, and I'm bringing it up on the screen now. And I know this is not AI art. This is the brilliant skill of Jan Lipinski, who has created this art with me. And I will eventually have art on those tiles. And when that happens, I will make punch boards available to you with just the art on the tiles so that you can maintain your game and get the art that I think will be the pièce de résistance for this project. It will be the finishing touch. Now, I haven't even talked about...
So, essentially, it's going to be future-proof. Back it now. Don't worry about 2 years from now, 3 years from now, having to sell this to get the new version, which is an incredibly common thing on Kickstarter nowadays. Great. So far, 7 minutes in, so good. We haven't even seen hardly the components. We've seen some artwork here. We've seen the gold coins a little bit, but 7 minutes in, so good.
The game. This breaks every rule. Not even the crowdfunding expert says this breaks every rule. But this is one heck of a game. Or expansion, excuse me. See, I'm not editing this. This is one heck of an expansion. It has got distinguished family members, which give you asymmetric starting abilities.
Here we go.
It's got new meeples. It's got servants that don't have references, that are clumsy, you're going to be able to use them in an activity to host a big event, but they're going to drop drinks and they're going to embarrass you. You'll be able to pull off that event, but you're also going to pay a little nick in reputation. Sometimes it's worth it to do that. It's got the Dowager, who has in her country estate all sorts of odd characters, like in Bleak House, where there's just strange people living in her faux castle that you can bring over to your...
Nitpick, but I'd love it. And this is not something I do, so, I'm not going to knock it too hard. But it'd be great if that card art was just right there. Not even the card art, just the text on the cards. I think it'd be good for fans. But still.
To your deck.
We're good.
And use
We're
them
slowing
in your
down, I think, a little bit.
And they'll accomplish all sorts of strange and wonderful things. There's a constable that'll get rid of those nasty guests. There's also a reverend that'll allow you to deal with your objectives. I'm out of time. I'm going to stop here. But I thank you 5 people who've still stuck with me for listening to this context. It's about telling my people that wanted a bundle, there's a place to go to get the game. And you can support a great network. I'm telling the people who've been with Obsession since the beginning or have come along enthusiastically since then, I'm saying thank you. And lastly, this is not weak content. This thing is a home run. I've got a 2.5-hour playthrough video. And I think I slipped into psychosis while I was playing this. So if you want some high comedy, you're going to find it in there, which will showcase all the things that you're going to find in this expansion. Thank you for coming to my project.
He slipped into psychosis? What? Okay, I don't know what that means, but now I'm much more inclined to watch that 2.5-hour video, which if it wasn't there, I'd be nitpicking that it wasn't there. So after the video, do I want it? Yeah. So Yogi said, me in 2023, all Kickstarters are garbage, then he makes this S-tier video. That was really good. I think that was really solid. I was pleasantly surprised he filled in 9 minutes. And yeah, for the video, do I want it? Yes. I think if you're a new customer, he addressed you. If you're a returning customer, I think he came off as likable. I think he mentioned just enough details about the game and about all the information you needed. And overall, really well-made video. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? Yes. Like, it's all there. Everything's in the video. Half point grade bump up. No, full point grade bump up. I can't believe I'm saying that after a 9-minute video. Full point grade bump up, just because we've answered all the questions. Like, the only thing I need is shipping, I guess. So we have the original game, it's out, and then we have the first expansions, upstairs, downstairs, all around the clown stairs. Let's go, comments, make sure people got their stuff. The useful box arrived in 2 years ago. My useful box was sent 2 years ago. Cool, we're good. So, do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? I know. They use the tabs over here. Beautiful. So I can't even complain about the order of the story because it's right there. Story, breaking all the rules, greeting and welcomes. My name is Dan, the designer and publisher of Obsession. This sweater is way too hot. This campaign features the characters expansion for Obsession, which transforms passing to things and stuff. If you're here looking for Obsession, the project features only the English language expansion along with metal coins. All the other games are available in retail and not offered here. I apologize for the inconvenience. He explained it in the video, now he's re-explaining it. And here we go. This is where you can go buy it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Wow. Where's me? Can I get it? Indiana? Can I get it in Indiana? I mean, I got a copy, but still. I just want to know. Okay. Cool. Very nice. Customer service policy. Why is it here at the top of the Kickstarter? Because my policy is one sentence, and at the same time, the backbone of Kenyatta Games. Your game will be perfect, or your money back. I would almost mention that in the video as well. That's really good. Then we have the character expansion unboxing.
Production copy prototype.
This is great.
A little hair on coin. Keeping right there.
Why do so many companies have such a hard time with this right here? I don't want flashy cuts. I don't want catchy music. I just want to see the components going into the box. Great. To run an efficient campaign and deliver pledges quickly, my goal is to have your pledge in your hands in the middle of summer 2024. So we're actually mentioning something that is over here in the support. Wow, is that a new color? Whoa, cool. It's green. I'm like a child. That just amuses me so much. Okay. Isn't it normally... It's not normally that color, right? Yeah, it's blue. Okay, awesome. That's... Okay, focus. Obsession metal coins. I'm going to lead with the coins because the section will be short and the character section will be longer, and I don't want to bury these beauties. Oh, that's a great shot. Focusing on the actual weight of the coins, zooming in on what they look like, side by side with a quarter. This is fantastic. Didn't he say in the video that he was going to subsidize shipping? Does that mean... What does that mean, though? I assumed it meant that it was going to be reduced. I don't think it's all of it. If so, that's amazing. I would put that on the marquee. Free shipping to the United States of America, if that's in fact the case, which I don't think is probably going to be the case. Of course, they have to be thematic since Obsession is set in the 1860s. These coin features a very young Queen Victoria on the 100 coin and a slightly older queen on the 500 coin. Cool. Character expansion. Meet your characters. Nice looking meeples. Right now, I'd be normally complaining about the price, but he told it to me in the video. I'm under $40. Obsession expansion playthrough, delightful.
They want to go for a big...
Excellent. What are these eccentric people staying at the Dowager's? Who? Oh, cool. So I'm actually getting to see focus and zoom ups on the card so I can read all the text on it, which I mention all the time. Fantastic. The video. It may be time for the video. They aren't ready for it. Who are you? I'm your alter ego, and I'm telling you that 2.5 hours of you doing a playthrough is scary, particularly with cats attacking and your half delirious. It will alarm people. I will say that. If you shoot a playthrough video by yourself for 2.5 hours, you get a little loopy. I thought it'd be funny. Funny in an awkward sort of way. Pity fun. I have to show the video. It shows you... I like this guy. I like this guy. I'm glad this is funded. I'm glad he is one of the top 100 games because we need more personalities like this in the hobby. Module, distinguished family members. Cool stuff. Things. If you really want to dig in the weeds, it is all here. Hey, it's got a little emoji. Spoiler, the pledge sidebar says see shipping section for details. Okay. And I can't even complain about how far the shipping is because I'm sure he buried it at the bottom. Industry standard. But I can click on it right now and get straight to it. So we got all the cards, got everything. Looks good. Okay. Text seems a little small, but I'm sure it fits with the original game. Module, cooperative obsession to be revealed during the campaign. Whoa! I honestly would mention that in the video. Anytime you have a medium to heavyweight Euro with a cooperative aspect, you are going to attract a very specific group of people who are very, very interested in your project. Orleans Blue Box expansion comes to my mind. One of the best, in my opinion, the best expansion ever, potentially, for any game. But awesome. Good to know. Page 24 contains solo and cooperative content are currently being edited. These pages will be revealed during the game. So that would also be something that I would mention on the marquee if this original game was not... if not, it was not solo. Because that's a huge thing. Like, if this is a top 100 game that wasn't solo and now it's solo... Oh, it was solo. Okay, never mind. Take backsies. Either way, awesome. Solo stuff, things, it's all here. Plays Obsession. Great. Items we revealed during the campaign. Cooperative play, solo play, variant catalog, promotional tile. Obsession and upstairs, downstairs playthrough. We got tons of stuff going on here. We got the video dump. How to play the other expansion. Cool. Obsession promotional products. Ooh. The designers on it. I do not receive compensation for any of these promotional products. I selected these 3 companies based upon the quality of the work and their excellent customer service. Well known for their extraordinary custom meeples, the Meeple Source Folk design and enchanting set of... So, he's spotlighting some other stuff that he's not attached to that other people have done that will make his game better. This looks great. So many people... would be trying to slap this down and say, that's my game, don't you be making crap for it. I have seen it in person. I've actually walked up to a booth where there was a heated conversation going between a company and someone who was like, I really love your game and I want to make these things for them. And they're like, no, if you do that, we might have to have a... Like, so I love seeing this. Obsession, the Meeple Collection, Kickstarter expansion, so late pledged retail pricing disclosure. Oh, cool. This is everything I need to know. So if I don't back it now, I can still get it late pledge for $2 extra and at retail for $33. This is great. I love how he does this. Shipping will be subsidized, and these are the shipping estimates. So yeah, not free. I was going to say, that seems just... That would scare the living bejesus out of me. So the Constable coin's only $8. The Reverend character expansion, $10. The Dowager character expansion plus the coin's $10. So in and out the door, I am at less than $50. I'm in. 28 people just want the coins. Not surprising, not a high number. 28 people just want the expansion. 193 people just want the expansion. Also not surprising because I imagine the most popular one is going to be this one right here. 2,019 backers. Get the coins, get the expansion, $39. $57, $49 in and out the door, man. I'm done. We're in the A range. No matter what happens, there could be a picture of a kitten. You know, I was about to say something way too offensive. I'm really glad that I dialed that back. In fact, I probably shouldn't even mention that I was going to say something offensive. I'm really bad about this sort of thing. Shipping looks clean, clear. Let's just keep going. Keep going. Scoot forward. ADHD. It's a hell of a drug. Okay, so great. I'm in. Like, it looks like I'm bored at this point just because it's so well done. Can I purchase Obsession along with the here? No. You can purchase it on the link. Got it. You give me the link? Cool. Updates. Funded. It's happening. 32 comments. Let's go. I'm just going to be mostly excited people. Congrats. Congrats. Backer 365. Yes. And here's the big thing here. If this has shipping issues, if this has issues in the back end, I feel like people are going to be nicer, kinder than they would typically be on Kickstarter just because he did such a good job presenting himself as the company, putting a face to the company. I'll give you an example. I'm going to look right here. When you think of Z-Man Games, Z-Man Games is actually out of business. When do you think of Haba Games? Do you think of someone? No, you don't. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. It's just, I like this campaign a lot. I have a question. Will the coins be available at retail in Italy? Cool. Do they have a collaborator here? That is one thing. It'd be nice. I doubt it. I'm just going to speculate. Probably not. No. So it is just him. So customer service might take a little bit of a knock there, but honestly, money back guarantee, great video, waited a year plus in between. What are you doing to kittens? I was going to say somebody kicking kittens. And here's the bottom line. I love cats. Like, I'm a cat person through and through. Like, my wife is allergic, so I can't have cats, and it breaks my heart. Anytime we see a kitty, I just go gaga for it. But I don't know where I was going with that. A little bit loopy. Didn't sleep well last night. Final grade. Obsession. Characters. Expansion with metal coins. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? Yes. And a great price. Not good. Not Kickstarter reasonable. I would say that's just a legit great price. $49 for an expansion to one of the top 100 games of all time with really nice looking metal coins that you did a fantastic job showcasing to me the thickness, the weight, what they look like. This is... I'm pausing because I don't give out A+s very often, and I don't think I will today, but it's close. I'm going with an A. Rock solid A. This is a great campaign. I love the self-awareness of like, hey, this is a 9-minute video, because I imagine a lot of people had the exact same thought that I did when they saw a 9-minute video. It's just human nature. Why the hell do you need 9 minutes? Most of the projects I look at are 2 to 3 minutes. Why do you need 9 minutes? And he did a spectacular job. I'm an A. Jesse said do it with a cool emoji face, so I will. A+. Why the hell not? No, I'm going with an A. Just because main image isn't great, but I'm going with an A. I still, like, this is a great project. Do it. A. Ricardo and A+. I have no desire to play that game, not my theme, but I'm giving this guy's campaign an A+. A+. Fine, I'll go A+. A+. I did give it a full point grade bump up for a video that covered Do I Want It, Can You Do It, and How Much Is It in a Spectacular Manner. And quite frankly, as someone who works at a manufacturer, if someone says they want to be on their video and have a long form video, like, this is one I might point to. There's a Brandon Sanderson one where he did the same thing, I think, a while back, where it was a very personal touch, a very lengthy personal touch. It can be done. It's hard to pull it off, but I think Dan pulled it off. So A+ for the kittens. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Obsession, the character's expansion, and I'll be quite frank with you. This is now going to hit the table. I want to play this game. I have it on my shelf. The amazing Jeremy Howard gave it to me a while back, and I just never got a chance to play it. But yeah, Obsession, A+. I think crushed it. Crushed it, especially, and here's the big thing. You know, I don't like to grade on curves or anything like that, but this is one guy. Like, this is one dude. I'm sure he's working with some other people with this, that, or the other thing, but this is a really great thing. A+. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade, and if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below as I'm trying to reach 30,000 subscribers in 2023, because that'd be super cool. Bye-bye.